The year 2020 dawned as one of hope and promise.
A Washington state resident fell ill after returning from Wuhan, China, where the outbreak began. Officials now say more than 400 people have been sickened and 9 people have died.
2 patients from the same family in England have tested positive for coronavirus.
Bro, you got him down, man. Let him breathe, at least, man.
Overnight, Minneapolis on fire. Protesters leaving an auto parts store in flames.
Overnight, nationwide unrest.
We don't want to loot. That's not what we out here for. But we do want justice and we want equality. And if we don't get that, we're going to be out here.
Large crowds of demonstrators in multiple cities getting more violent following the death of George Floyd. In Washington, D.C., protesters setting a large fire just blocks from the White House, shouting, "You are the threat," to police in riot gear. In Boston, businesses damaged and fires set as protesters clash with police. In New York City, many of the demonstrations peaceful. But tensions flaring in Brooklyn overnight, this crowd dispersing near the Barclays Center. And over the weekend, this woman seen in a video obtained by the Daily Mail now facing federal charges after allegedly throwing a Molotov cocktail at a police car.
First, that emergency unfolding right now, what authorities called an historic lightning siege, setting off hundreds of fires. The governor of California declaring a state of emergency tonight, forcing thousands to rush from their homes, some of them injured during their escape. This was the scene, driving through the flames near the biggest cluster of fires in the Bay Area. The flames racing across the hills, dozens of structures gone, at least 50 families left homeless tonight. The lightning combined with searing heat, an awful combination tonight. And we have just learned this evening about a helicopter involved in this firefight that has crashed.
150-mile-an-hour winds, intense rainfall, storm surge, and deadly flooding. Tropical cyclones are among the most violent storms on our planet. In the North Atlantic, we call them hurricanes. And science suggests that our warming climate is actually making these storms more intense and more destructive. When they reach sustained winds of 39 miles per hour, we name them. And in 2020, a record number of named storms made landfall in the U.S.
Finally, a report out today from the National Snow and Ice Data Center at the University of Colorado Boulder found that Arctic sea ice has reached its second lowest level ever.
I'm confident he knows he hasn't won. It's just outrageous what he's doing.
President-elect Joe Biden stepping up his criticism of President Trump's effort to overturn the election results.
Big Pharma ran millions of dollars of negative advertisements against me during the campaign, which I won, by the way, but, find that out.
But Mr. Trump's attempts to make his legal efforts appear anything more than a PR campaign aimed at delegitimizing Biden's presidency and building his own post-presidency brand are failing.
Despite the terrifying upward trend in coronavirus cases and deaths, many officials are still reluctant to take action that could save lives. Carter Evans is in Twin Falls, Idaho, where the numbers are...
Having proven to be an unprecedented year, filled with unimaginable challenges, today we reflect on the blessings that we've enjoyed from the knowledge that our hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' love and his righteousness. With the onset of the global coronavirus pandemic and the subsequent national shutdown, life as we knew it changed. Swift action was needed to keep our members connected and engaged. As a conference, we sprang into action, and on March 21st, SEC TV hit the airways. SEC Worship from Home began providing various programming options for Sabbath, where our viewers experience a full day of worship from the comfort of home.
We want to just sing a couple songs of worship, so join in with us wherever you are in worship this morning.
A program that offers you relevant information about what's happening in your Southeastern.
One major highlight of this is the Divine Hour service, which features presentations in the 3 major languages of our conference: English, Spanish, and French.
Toi seul je me repose.
This initiative saw the collaboration of several departments to produce and distribute quality programming across our community. From this, we saw the birth of Friday Night Live, a production of the Youth Ministries Department. Prayed Up Live by the Prayer Ministries Department. Major evangelistic campaigns including Operation 40, Three Nights of Power and Weeks of Prayer by the Haitian Ministries Department.
Nous serons tous à la maison. Mesdames, maman, merci mes frères et sœurs bien-aimés dans le Seigneur. Que la paix de Dieu soit avec vous tous.
Revelation Revealed by the Community Services Department. No Limits by the Women's Ministries Department. Education That Transforms by the Education Department. And congratulations to Pastor Arnaldo Cruz for reaching more than 100,000 subscribers through his YouTube ministry. As we continue to navigate and combat the COVID-19 crisis, Southeastern Conference was proud to highlight our members through the Circle of Heroes program, which showcased members of our conference serving on the front lines. 2020 saw the topic of social justice transition from an effort to a movement. This realization was not lost on the leaders of the Southeastern Conference, as 2 peace rallies were organized in Miami and Orlando to provide an avenue of peaceful protest for the youth. Mission During Crisis was the theme of this year's camp meeting, which, like many other events, followed a virtual format. Despite not being able to gather as in previous years, we were blessed with messages filled with power and hope.
And let's get through this pandemic. By the grace of God, it will happen. God bless you.
Our young people did not allow the challenges of this year to derail the annual Youth Federation. The virtual event was a great success, boasting more than 3,500 views of the program, which featured Pastor David Franklin of Miracle City Church in Baltimore, Maryland, as well as a Let's Talk segment, which featured Mayor Dale Holness and Sheriff Gregory Toney, both of Broward County. The blessings of the year continue with the SEC Women's Ministries Department celebrating its 30th anniversary under the theme 30 Years of Excellent Service, the best is yet to come. This amazing event featured a live concert by gospel recording artist Miranda Curtis and a reception to celebrate the work of the Women's Ministries Department. The untimely passing of our dear President, Elder Gregory Mack, is one of the prominent events of 2020 that will remain etched in our hearts and minds for years to come. While our hearts still ache and our minds still wonder, we continue to hold on to Revelation 21:4. He will wipe every tear from our eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. As we move forward to 2021, our prayer is that you will join us as we continue to prepare and look forward to meeting Jesus Christ, our soon coming King.
I believe that by the grace of God, when it is all said and done, all of us will be able to say, to God be the glory, great things He has done. Listen, I want to encourage you. Let's get closer to God.